Welcome back to another episode of Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to take a look at Odell Beckham. And you see the thumbnail, you see the title. It's called, Is Odell Washed? Now, I know some of you probably coming here thinking that this is about to be a bash Odell film session. This is not. I am a huge Odell fan. I'm going to show you ways that he can help the team, that he should be helping the team, and show you the reasons that he's not getting catches. I got 7 plays. I'm going to take you through them, kind of zoomed in on him because I don't want to talk about anything else that's going on in the play, strictly on what number 3 is doing and how he can or cannot, or how he is or is not affecting the plays going on in the game. So let's dive right into it. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Let's get right into it and dive right into film because we know what we're here for. It's FTMF. Film, then more film. Because the film don't lie, unlike some people. But let's dive into it. Get my lowers up. Get my words going. There we go. All right, so it's Odell right here. Let me let that roll. Get that going. First play. And this is the cover 2 shot. People was wondering, like, they're forcing him the ball. The thing is, with this right here, the corners, they're playing cover 2. First of all, the corner's not supposed to let him get out there. But Lamar's trying to hit this hole shot. And on this hole shot, this is one of the hardest throws to make. One of the hardest throws to make. And the thing is, we don't have anybody up here threatening this corner to make him come up. Nobody. So he sinks on it, and the more he can sink on it, the closer, and you can't see him out the screen, Buda Baker's coming. Because we don't have anybody in the flat to threaten this. So by design, I mean, I know the check down is way up here by the line, but nobody's up here making this corner like come up. And so he's just going to sink. And the more he sinks, the closer Odell gets to Buda, and then this happens. Bam, see how he keeps sinking and makes that throw even harder? And look what Buda Baker is. So all he can do is protect himself. He has no choice but to protect himself. And he still ended up getting hurt on this play, but he came back in the game later, but still. Like, what you want him to do? Was this a force? Maybe. Maybe. The ball probably shouldn't have been thrown. But I use that word force, and I'm going to probably use it a couple more times because there was a narrative that they were forcing him the ball. I don't think that. Lamar's trying to hit this whole shot in this window, but again, like you see the toes of this person right here, whoever this is, should have been way out here to make him come up. And then Lamar would have had a bigger window to hit this in before Buda Baker got there. But again, that's tough. That's tough. On any receiver, not just Odell. Right here, I think we're going to get a slant right here. All right, at this point, not a lot of separation. Not a lot of separation. But look, he's getting turned. The DB has his arm on him and is turning him before the ball gets there. The same thing that happened to Zay when we lost to the Colts, maybe. The same thing is happening right here. So yeah, this one wasn't called, but the same exact thing is happening. Same exact thing. This a force? No. Should have been a penalty, but it wasn't. But we play on. You play on. And let me take the circle out here so it won't keep stopping so you can see it, through. And it's bang bang, so I ain't gonna just constantly, clamor there's a flag. It is bang bang. It is. But still, we just saying they forcing the ball. He can't get open, yada, yada, yada. I'm here to try to debunk that. It's with just this game. Now, I ain't going back to the game where he had some catches and just this game with 0 catches. That's the next one. Now, we say he's a diva and he don't do the dirty work. This look like dirty work to me. You like dirty work to me. You like him digging a corner out for Zay. Now, I know later on in the game he got one where he kind of missed, but still, they say he wasn't blocking at all. Look like dirty work to me. What about y'all? Look like one receiver blocking for another. Because like we saw from the earlier video, that dog right there definitely gonna block. And this is a good example of him blocking for somebody else. So the fact that he's a diva and he won't block for other people, debunk that. Throw that out of there. That's around the goal line. Now, this is what I'm talking about. They say he's forcing the ball to Odell. When you run mesh, and mesh versus man, the two crossers are the number one reads. If it's mesh versus man, the crossers are the number one read. Guess who's the crosser in this play? This is the touchdown to Mark. This is the touchdown to Mark. What up, Dre? This is touchdown to Mark. So when you run mesh, the crossers versus man are the number one read. Guess who's wide? Now I ain't gonna say wide open, but guess who's open on this? Let's watch it. You see what Odell is? He's gonna come across your screen. And he's running. He's not running full speed. He's setting it up. He's setting the picks up, making sure he don't run into people. Now look, I know the concept for mesh. Mesh is one of the things that I love, and it's the same from every level on up. This is man. He is the read. He's the read. Watch him come out the other side. He's the first read. He should have got the ball. Now, we do have this guy freelancing up here. And he did a good job of just finding open grass. You know, nothing wrong with that. But I know for a fact, him and whoever else ran this part, him and Aguilar, these are the number one reads in mesh. And nobody can tell me anything different. Versus man. Versus zone, it negates to that little sit down right there. Versus man, these two cats up here are the number one reads. And with him working his way through that, he should have got the ball. But people say they forced him the ball. Heavy capital letters, BULLS, and y'all know the rest. They're not forcing him the ball. They're forcing the ball here. They're forcing the ball here. But let's keep going. Bottom of the screen. I think this is the post. Can he get open? Now, at that point, you know, guys on him. He's using his hand to try to hand fight. Still trying to hand fight. Now, at this point, they even. And you know what happens in receiver talk. If we even, I'm leaving. So at this point, and the DB knows that too. The DB knows this exactly too. At this point, that DB's beat. Yes, you do. You see you got a safety coming in there. But if Lamar throws this ball skinny, which he does, it could be a catch. But the DB grabs. The DB, look at that. Though these PIs are just as good as catches. Just as good. But again, just because you see no catches, people think he washed, think they forcing the ball. No, this is just as good as a catch. It just don't happen to go on the scoreboard or the stat sheet. Just as good. And honestly, if we want to talk crazy, this dude should have got the ball because he wide open. Honestly. But we'll talk about that another day. Let's keep rolling. Bring him in motion. Right? Can't get open. Can't get open, huh? Simple. Inside leverage. Using his hands to not, because they trying to play catch man. He's just using that little shake. Using that little shake in his route. Because the DB don't know which way he's going, in or out, in or out. He always had that little shake in his route. It's just a little slower now. Just a little bit slower. The DB don't know if he's going in or out. He's always had this shake. Always. Now, using his hands to defeat the catch part, and now he open. If they wanted to throw the ball up top, he's wide open. If the ball went up here, he's open. But he can't get open. Tell me where. Tell me where. Tell me where. And the ball, you know what I'm saying? The ball went somewhere else and we ain't worried about whatever else going on. That's why I zoomed in on him. And it's Marco now, right here, even. At this, when they get even, Marco knows he's beat. That's why he started grabbing. He knows he's beat. That's why he started grabbing. So because people are saying, okay, he can't run past him. He don't have to run past him. Once they get even, he knows he don't need a whole lot of space to go get the ball. Because for the most part, not every time, but for the most part, if the ball touch Odell's hands, he's going to catch it. For the most part. I ain't saying every time. I didn't use an infinite thing, but for the most part, if it get on his gloves, the son's gonna catch it. And they know that. The DBs know that. That's why they grab him so much. If he could have got his hands on this ball, I would almost guarantee you this is 6. But as a DB, you know if you beat, might as well grab him and not give up the touchdown. Then this last one, I think this is the last one. Again, look at this right here. So he gives him a little move to the inside. And the DB don't bite much on this one. He kind of plays it because they playing that catch man. So, and because I think he's expecting the fade. Because he don't go for the little inside move on this one. He stick that foot in the ground and all he does is plant. And when Odell goes back out, he goes right with him. So right now they matched up pretty well. But again, look at Odell's past him already. He's past him already. Ball's up. Now look at him grabbing. Look at that. He can't get his other arm up. So what you expect? What you expect? Okay, I'm beat. I ain't giving up a touchdown. I'm just going to hold. But people see him throwing a helmet. People see him mad. They start talking that diva stuff again. Say we trying to force the ball to him. No. What they doing is taking the old Odell and trying to put it on him now, and he is not the same person. He is not over there complaining and moaning and groaning. He is frustrated, but he's frustrated at the defenders for all that grabbing and holding. That's where the frustration is. He is not washed. And Agent E beat me to it. I wanted to kind of bring it home, but he beat me to it. Odell is not washed to answer the question at all. And just wait. And I keep saying, hold your horses. Hold your horses. Week 10, week 11. This stretch run, when 3 starts showing up, stay on the other side of that fence. Don't be a fan later. When he starts showing up, don't be a fan later. Because we can be over here partying all the way to the playoffs with a good seed and a high seed. All right? I appreciate y'all for coming through, man, because we had to break out the film for this because I was tired of this narrative that they forcing the ball, that he washed up, and all this other old bull jive. I had to talk about my dog. And so it is what it is. The film don't lie. The film don't lie. And I got one more thing for a one special somebody right quick. Hold on. That's for Malik. And we're going to get up out of here. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. November 1st, the points reset. That's why you had 0 Agent E. And we'll see y'all soon.